Thanks to those joining me live and to those joining me on archive. DStyleBoxing here. Non-boxing video. Again, I know. Boxing will come up and I'll talk more boxing. I promise. All right. But like, excuse me. I'm not all like excited about Riddles versus Garcia. It's not. Well, we'll get there. It's not even a sports video or a wrestling video. This is about something I've been seeing, and I just actually finished watching a video by Dream Chasing Boxing, and Jeff in particular, and it was a good video. And I just wanted to kind of, dive in. Why not? Why not? Now, I want you to picture this, all right? It's not that, to me, life in general, when it comes to tolerance and acceptance, in our reality, it's not that complicated, right? Like, everyone deserves equal rights, right? I mean, that's not that complicated. It's not. Everyone, deserves to be with a person they want to be with, right? It's not that complicated. Nobody should be discriminated against just because, who they are. It's not that complicated. If it doesn't affect me personally, if it doesn't infringe upon my rights, then I have, again, no problem with whatever you fill in the blank. And I mean anything. Aside from obvious shit like murder, and you know what I mean. But in this particular case, we're talking about who you are as a person. So I think a lot of people are getting the whole, like, if you just want to follow blindly and just be, well, I am for the equal rights of everybody, that's cool. But keep in mind that you have to think about certain things. So you're okay with somebody just saying, well, I feel I'm a woman, even though they're not, but they feel that they're a woman, right? So they get to use the women's restroom. I'm not okay with that. Like, you could argue all day about, oh, but you don't understand. They genuinely feel like they're a woman. Like they just feel like they're a woman trapped inside a man's body. Well, they still have a man's body. Doesn't matter. Okay? Well, what does that mean? Like, the lion feels like it's a sheep. It's not really going to attack you. What does that mean? It doesn't matter. I don't feel comfortable with that. Then you could say, well, how does that affect you personally? Well, if it affects me personally, because there's an extension to effects. Because people I love, my mother, my sister, my female cousins, women I'm dating, they're going to be using the women's restroom. And they don't feel comfortable with it. All of a sudden, because you have a feeling, everybody needs to accommodate it somehow. That just, nah. It doesn't, see, let me give you another example. A man who has a male bone structure, decides they're going to do some therapy, and they're going to, like, well, what do they call it? Not testosterone, but I forgot the term. It'll come to me, but decides they're going to, get boob implants, and they're going to become a woman. And then, well, that's all cool. I don't have a problem with that. But then they want to fight MMA. They want to fight women in the fucking octagon. Like, wait, what? Well, that's not right. Doesn't make sense. How's that fair? How's that fair to the women that feel like they're women because they are women? How is that fair? That's not fair. You're a man, and you decide that you want to be a woman. So you get to play basketball on the women's team. Well, that's not fair. That's just not fair at all, actually. So, you would think the feminists will be all over this one. You would think, because that's just taking a spot away, right? When you make that basketball team, because you're really a man, but you feel like, because at best, this is the argument. The argument is, yeah, on the outside they're a man, but they feel like they're a woman deep inside. Like they feel like they're a woman trapped inside a man's body. That's what they say, right? Is that the argument? Isn't that why no matter how you feel, you need science to help transform you into a woman? Because it doesn't happen naturally. Because if nature decided that you were going to be a woman, you would have been born a woman. But at the end of the day, look, the funny part is that when I point that out, there's a segment of the population that will say, you're ignorant. I'm ignorant because I know biology. I mean, there's nothing, worse than this. But let's place that aside. It's not that I don't care if you. Let's say I believe you that you believe that you are a woman trapped inside a man's body. I just think they wish they were a woman, okay, and they want to be a woman. I think that's what it is. But regardless of what I think, right? I honestly believe that's what the vast majority of them are. But regardless of what I think, I don't care if you go do the Bruce Jenner shit. I don't care. I don't care if you transform your body. I do not care if you're a transgender woman and you actually find a man that wants to be with you. By all means, be together. I don't care. Doesn't affect me. I don't care what you do behind closed doors. It's none of my business. That I agree with all day. You apply for a job, they should hire you. I don't care about that. I just don't. I'm not here to tell other people what to do with their lives. But you're not here to tell us how to live our lives either. First of all, you're not here to tell me how to feel. And you're not here to all of a sudden, just something as simple as the human species, the human species with a penis goes to this restroom. The human species with a vagina goes to this restroom. Something simple as that. No, we got to switch that around. Why? Because he's a man, but I mean, it's just the outside. On the inside, it's really a woman. Well, at the end of the day, you have a penis, and then the restroom is designed for you to take a fucking leak in the urinal. Okay, that's what it's for. I don't care who you're attracted to. I don't care what you feel like or whatever. The restroom has one purpose: to do your business and get out. Okay, that's the only business. You're not going to be congregating in there and shit, right? Now let's talk about this other shit. This whole idea that men, first of all, it's not going to work. Okay, it's not. But this idea that this whole, let's guilt the men into not being attracted to trans women. I'm going to be very blunt. I'm not attracted to men, therefore I'm not attracted to a trans woman. All right? You know how you say that you're just a woman trapped inside a man's body? Right? Look, I don't give a shit. Okay, you could take any man, all right, and you could put the hottest woman, okay, inside that body. Well, that's not the body I'm looking at. Right? That's number one. Okay? That's numero uno. So it doesn't even matter to me. Oh, but bro. But I know I'm a man on the outside, but I feel like Trish Stratus on the outside. I don't get on the inside. Like it doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck who you feel like. That's not the way it works. Like I can't go to the bar and tell a woman, "Hey, baby," and if she doesn't want anything to do with me, I can't tell her, "No, well, if you don't want to be with me because you're insecure as a woman, because on the outside I'm D-style, but on the inside, I'm like I don't know, I'm Luis Miguel." Like that's not the way it works, man. Like fuck that shit. I don't care what you feel like on the inside, right? You're not a woman. You don't have the structure, the bone structure of a woman, right? And everything you do, all those surgeries you have, are for one thing, for you to be what you want to be, but you're not that. All right? So no, it's just the way it is. Like if I'm not interested in a woman, I'll say no, thank you. It is what it is. Fuck off. But this idea that they're just insecure about themselves. They're insecure about themselves. Really, do we go around and tell women that don't want to be with certain men, okay, that they're insecure about themselves? Do we tell anyone else that? Does that standard apply to anybody else? That is fucking retarded. That's what that is. Look, if there's a guy out there that wants to be with you, hey, more power to you. I don't care, right? But you can't change. Like I know, like in this dream world, you feel like everything is unfair. Why can't they see you as a woman you believe you are on the inside? But you're not that on the outside. So it doesn't matter. And all the surgeries and all this and all the king's horsemen and all the king's men could do all these surgeries on you. Right? But you'll never be a woman. That's just the reality. If you think that's unfair, that is your problem. I don't feel sorry for you if you were born a man and you wish you were a woman when there's people born without fucking legs. Okay? When there's people born with one leg and shit. And they have to have a prosthetic leg for the rest of their life. People born with no arms. And you want me to feel sorry for you because you were born as a perfectly healthy male and you feel like you're a woman. I don't feel sorry for you. Too bad. And then I tell you what, don't look at this aggressive behavior that's being here. Okay, they're telling straight men, well, you gotta accept them or you're a bigot. I have to accept to be with somebody that I don't want to be with, or I'm a bigot? How stupid is that? That is retarded. The ones that are, just say they don't want to be with trans are just, insecure about themselves. Now we're being judged because we're straight men. Because we're attracted to a woman that is a woman on the outside just as much as the inside. Okay? I don't care if you feel like a prime Pamela Anderson on the inside. It doesn't matter to me. All right? No, but see, now DStyle, you're just pointing out skinny women. All right? I don't care if you feel you're a Rosie O'Donnell. It doesn't matter. Right? At the end of the day, man, right? Insecure men have a hard time approaching women they're attracted to. Right? That's not the way they're saying it is it's just so retarded. All right? No, but boy, actually that's actually the wrong word. That's actually because you see, men get attacked all the time. Like when I want to make a dumb voice, I make like a man's voice. I don't do a woman's voice, right? But in this case, no, but in the inside, I feel like I'm a woman. You don't have to accept the outside. Like, shut up. Shut up. All right? Shut up. What about men that want to have a baby with a woman? You can't do that. You know why you can't do that? If the science is wrong, tell me why you can't have a baby. If the science, if like, who's right on the science here? Now you may think that's unfair. You may think that life isn't fair and nature isn't fair or God isn't fair, whatever it is you think. That it's so unfair that you feel 100% like you're a woman, but you can't have a baby. Well, that's your problem. All right? It's not my problem. I wish I was born and my father was a millionaire. Oh, well, he wasn't. He was a fucking deadbeat dad. It is what it is. That's life. All right? You don't get everything you want in life. Life is unfair. It's just this. Life isn't fair. All right? And then we have fucking insurance skyrocketing, right? We have people with cancer and brain cancer and freaking heart problems and heart failure and kids being born with fucking cancer and stuff like that. Kids born with leukemia, right? And you want me to, shed a tear because you don't feel that you were born as the right fucking gender. It's not going to happen. Not here. And if you're one of those people that says, well, I'm going to have to unsub to you, because then unsub then. If my freedom of speech is so fucking damaging and it's such a harsh thing that I'm saying, then unsub. I mean, how is it that I'm tolerant for everything, but this one thing, well, you think I'm going to be right about everything else, but not this one thing? And then they compare not letting a man use a women's restroom, that's what it is, okay, to segregation. They're getting this whole thing wrong, okay? How is me saying, no, you're a male, you got to use the male's restroom like every other male? I'm not, like, it's just, how is that discrimination? Now, if I say it, no, you're a trans woman. No, you know what? Since you're trans, you don't get to use this restroom. I don't want you in the same restroom as me. Okay? You think you're a woman? Go use a fucking women's restroom. That would be discrimination. All right? Beating somebody up just because they're a transgender, that's discriminating. You're at the checkout line, all right? And the person doing the checkout for you is trans. And you say you want somebody else. That's discrimination. That's what it is. A trans person and their partner wants to get married, and you say, nah, you can't get married because that person is trans. That's discrimination. I'm not telling anyone what to do. I'm not. I'm just saying stop interfering with the rest of our lives. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you're not allowed to go to the park like everybody else. I'm not saying you're not allowed to, go shopping like everybody else. I'm not saying you're not allowed to have a job and work like everybody else. I'm not saying you can't be a homeowner like everybody else. I'm not saying you can't buy a car like everybody else. I'm not saying you shouldn't be served at the restaurant like everybody else. I'm not saying that you got to go to the back of the bus because I want the front seat. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just saying, if you're born with a fucking penis, you go to the same fucking restroom that I do. And that's it. To pee on the fucking urinal and get the fuck out. Do your business and leave. I'm just saying, I'm not attracted to you. I don't hate you. I don't have anything against you. But if you put your hands on me, that's sexual assault. It's not that complicated. It really isn't. Like it's not like I don't understand. I get it. All right. But at the end of the day, all right, I make my point very, very clear, right? And then they'll have people vote on it, right? And people will vote, no, trans shouldn't use the other restroom. And then you will get like this outrage in people. It honestly is unbelievable. Now, some may bring up, what about the exception to the rule? No, man. At the end of the day, I know that there are rare cases where like someone is born like with a penis and a vagina, and you kind of wonder, well, then what does that make them? Or, you know what I mean? There's people born with two penises, like, but these in a world with billions of people, these are very, very rare cases. Okay, very, very rare. And what do you do for these rare cases? Then we could determine that. What I'm saying is that the normality, right, what applies to 99% of people should not be changed. Our rules on public restrooms shouldn't change. Fathers shouldn't be concerned about, like how is this going to work? Like this, I mean, this is insane. Nobody should be concerned about any of this stuff. And for anyone that says, because you always hear this, and they always give me these bogus statistics, and the reason I say they're bogus is because you're not taking into account the Pandora's box you want to open, right? If the Pandora's box hasn't been opened yet, then you can't really say anything. So they always say transgender people commit the least sexual assaults, blah, 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 or something like that, right? Well, according to everybody, a transgender person is someone who feels like they're a woman on the inside. So I don't know exactly, okay, or man on the inside, whatever, vice versa. But I don't know exactly how people determine those statistics, right? But, you know, when they say a transgender person has never sexually assaulted or molested a child in a restroom or stuff like that, well, that's because it's not the norm right now, okay? What you're failing to acknowledge is this. You want us to change the rules for a very small percentage of people who can very easily just use, okay, the restroom that applies to them. Okay, they could very easily just do that. But then we have to change the whole rules, all right? If you were to do that, men are fucking perverts, okay? Not all men, but there's enough of them in a nation of 300 million people. There's enough of them, okay, that will do bogus shit, okay? If you make it law that someone who feels like they're a woman on the inside, that you better not discriminate or question them whatsoever, and they should be able to use the women's restroom. If you were to do that, then you're opening up a very dangerous Pandora's box. Aside from other factors like making women feel uncomfortable and which is going to happen, aside from that, yes, sexual assaults will go up. All right? It's going to happen. Sir, where are you going? I feel like I'm a woman on the inside. Are you discriminating me? Should I call the cops? Oh, go ahead, sir. Or ma'am. How dare you call me sir? I feel like I'm a woman on the inside. Shut up. Shut up. I don't give a shit. I just don't. I don't give a damn. And people might say, oh, that's tough love and blah, blah, blah. Like, people will look back 30 years from now and say, oh, my God, look at big. It's like DStyle. Like okay. I guess. You know, too bad feeling like something doesn't do anything for you, okay? Oh, I feel like I'm a millionaire, like for real. It doesn't matter, okay? Like it doesn't matter how you feel about something. You are what you are. People should be taught to be proud of what they are. Okay? Regardless of what race you're born as, what gender you're born as, everyone should be proud of what they are. They should be proud of what they were born as. Everyone should be taught that. Apparently, we're not teaching that anymore. And even with that said, if somebody genuinely feels, and I'll repeat this one more time, if you were born a man, leaving aside that I'm going to say you're still a man, but aside from that, if you genuinely feel like you're a woman, like you feel like you're just a woman that's trapped inside a man's body, right? Let's say you genuinely feel that way. More power to you, okay? If you want to do surgeries and all that, knock yourself out, okay? If you want to do your transgender thing, knock yourself out. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I'm just going to tell you, all right? As long as you don't put your hands on me, as long as you don't interfere with my life, I don't care. It's really that simple, right? It really is. But this whole idea of, well, because I really feel like I'm a woman. Like, why can't they treat me like I'm a woman? Because at the end of the day, you're not a woman. I understand that you feel like you're a woman, but you're not. And even if it was true that you're a woman trapped inside a man's body, even if that were true, okay? Look, I want every man listening to this to think of their girlfriend or wife, okay? Let's say they tragically passed away, okay? And then let's say that your girlfriend or wife wanted to spend one more night with you, right? Just one more night. But they went inside a man's body to search for you and look for you. They knock on your door, you open your door, you're like, yes, can I help you? It's me, honey. It's a man. I don't care how much you love that woman, okay? You ain't gonna do nothing with that man physically. It's not gonna happen. All right? It just isn't. Anyway, you're gonna ask yourself, why the hell did you do that? All right? That's what you're gonna say. Let me open up the chat. But why'd you do that for? Just saying, right? I just wanted to come back to Earth from the afterlife to give you one more kiss. Yeah, but you're in a man's body. Like, what the fuck's the matter with you? Right? It ain't gonna happen. All right. Gary Michelle, what's up? Joe Host, before they even tune in, no, yeah, I gotcha. And look, I'm gonna be honest with you guys right now. I know there's a lot of guys out there that hate gay dudes. DStyle does not hate gay guys, okay? I don't. More pussy for me. It's all good, okay? Anyway, it's like when it's like when women are like, oh my God, he's so good looking. It's such a shame that he's gay. You know what I say? Good. Less competition. I don't give a fuck. Every straight dude out there should be happy every time they see a gay dude. Every single time. Okay? Because when they're gay, they're doing a gay thing. They're doing their thing with another gay dude. All right? And then again, that's just less competition. Right? That means more straight women, okay, are looking for, straight male. It's really that simple. Estrogen, that's the word I was looking for, Gary. Gotcha. Joe's basic science tells you that from the beginning of time, there's been two genders, male and female. Your gender is not based off of feeling. No, it's not. Okay, it's not. Like nobody ever says like, oh, look at that pride of lions. Wow. Okay, I see the male, I see the female. Anybody see the transgender lion somewhere? Oh no. It doesn't happen. I think it's a male lion that feels it's a woman on the inside. It doesn't happen. Eddie LM, did you hear about the record-breaking Australian trans power lifter? Not sure if my facts are 100% correct, but quote unquote, she want to be a part of the Olympic powerlifting team. That is a shame. And that is so unfair. She, quote unquote, I don't care how much all her feelings are not going to get rid of that fucking male structure that she has, that bone structure. It ain't going to get rid of it. And that is unfair to women competitors. And you would think the feminists would be all over this, right? Yeah, Jamie, you got women, trans women competing in women's sports, and it's a shame. You notice how you don't see a lot of trans men competing with the men? You notice that? Fan International Boxing Channel, my son wants a dog. So I told him that his fish is a pit bull on the inside. Hey, that's brilliant. Yeah. It's insane, bro. Like what I don't know what people want, bro. Like I'm a 5'10" Mexican. I can't say I feel like I'm a 6'4" German. That's how I feel, okay? So stop. So on my driver's license, I wanted to say 6'4". All right? I'm German, and I'm 6'4". That's how I feel. They're gonna look at you like you're crazy, right? Like what? Like, no, you're Hispanic, bro. You're nowhere near 6'4". Little place. Damn, ain't no boxing talk. Everybody busy telling me how to date or how not to date trans women. Hey, look, man, no place. You can date trans women all you want, bro. I ain't gonna stop you. Joe Host, if this bullshit happens to me, I'm sorry, but someone's getting shot. You know what? You know, like, if you're a man, right, you're at a bar, and you go up to a woman, and you forcibly, or let me put it this way, right? Donald Trump. Everybody gave Donald Trump a hard time, and in my opinion, rightfully so, because his so-called locker room talk where he says, I don't even ask. I just grab him by the pussy and I start kissing. I don't even ask, right? Everybody got up and oh my God, it's terrible. That's sexual assault. And if it's true that it did that, yeah, sexual assault. How is it different? Like, how is it different if a trans woman comes up to a man, starts grabbing up on him, trying to kiss him and all that? How is it any different? It's not any different. It's just as disgusting, right? It just is. It's the same thing. And we're going to call Donald Trump a pervert for doing that. And the trans woman that is trying to do that to a straight man, right, is a pervert. It's the same concept. Okay, same thing. Now, what would you say? Look how ridiculous this is. Let's say that woman that Donald Trump is talking about just grabbing her by the pussy and just kissing her without asking her, right? Let's say she came out and said, I was wanted, I did not want that. I don't approve of that. He sexually assaulted me, right? He disgusts me. Let's say she said that. He disgusts me. He's just old and wriggly and ugh, right? What would you say if there's Donald Trump supporters that would have said, no, but she's just being insecure about herself. That's the only reason. Okay. Deep down, she really likes it. But she's just so insecure about herself. She is discriminating Donald Trump because he's old and ugly. If he was a young, handsome man, she wouldn't have said anything. What would people say? Would that be acceptable? Of course, that wouldn't be acceptable. So why is that acceptable when it's used against straight men? All right. Talking about Khan. Did I bring up Khan? All right, Champ Ross. I always believed in Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Wow. Prodigy. I don't believe in Adam and Eve either. Okay, but I'm agnostic, so I'll tell you what. Prodigy. Can't stand. All right. Can't stand this trendy agenda, says Prodigy. Trendy culture and PC culture has ruined society. When did it become peace? Like, it's just, this is insane. All right, Prodigy, I have phobia of another man's penis. I'll say that because YouTube has been actually flagging me for saying bad words, apparently. All right. Every man should be afraid of another man's penis. All right. Eddie LM got facts wrong. The tranny lifter isn't qualified for the Olympics yet. It's in 2020, so plenty more time for it to happen. Holy shit. Yeah, some vids is a trans MMA fighter, and that's crazy. You know, before you know it, there's going to be a trans women's boxer, right? You're going to have fucking Amir Khan say he feels he's a woman, right? And then do some surgeries and shit. And then before you know it, Khan's going to be knocking out women in the ring. And before you know it, a woman's going to knock out. Clarissa Shield will knock out Khan. I'm just kidding, but half the NBA roster wouldn't be allowed to join the military now. Trump's tranny ban. Oh, wow. Throw that tranny in the boxing ring with man to see what happens, says Champ Ross. Well, all that estrogen and shit, I mean, just because you're like, that's what I don't get, man, right? I don't think boxers should be allowed to take testosterone or estrogen or anything to change themselves. Okay, they just shouldn't be allowed to do that. All right, some bit says that her girlfriend told her to grab her by the pussy. All right, Prodigy, if you're a transgender, you need help. There's programs that treat mentally disabled people. They only mention that Trump's pussy shit to sidetrack people from the Clinton spirit cooking shit. I don't know what the spirit cooking shit is, but I mean, of course, they're going to talk about the videotape. I mean, it's when people say it was supposed to be a distraction. Look, of course they're going to talk about it. Like what? Why wouldn't they have talked about it? Of course they're going to talk about it. If that was Obama saying that, they would have talked about it. Okay, if Hillary Clinton was caught on tape saying, "I just go up to him and I just grab him by the dick," and I start like, they would do videos of it. Like they would be covering nonstop. It was just a juicy story, you know. But anyway, I think people got my point nonetheless. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this. All right. No reason to dive in more into it. It really isn't. Okay. I know that for a lot of people, man, it's they've the current thing right now is, and it's there's actually 2 people on Facebook and family members that unfollowed me because of my opinion on this. You know, like it's like, okay, like, oh, we don't like hateful speech. Like hateful speech? What? You know, but all right, whatever. To each their own. To each their own. All right, guys. I'm out. Peace.